What's up? Anybody there? Got your ears on? Let's see here. There we go. There we go. Okay. Give me a quick one tonight. Let's get some more light here. Give people time to show up here. It's going to be a quick one. Hi, Sue. How's it going? Hey. Let's see here. Hey, Anna. How are you doing? Good to see you. Anna, you are going to get a special shout out tonight. Promise you that. Is it Deona Kelly? Am I saying that right, Deona? If I'm saying it right, give me a thumbs up. If wrong, give me a mean face and let me know. Hey, Cheryl, how are you doing? Let's see here. Okay, Anna. All right, this is going to be kind of a quickie or whatever like that. But basically, hi, everyone. How are you doing? Been a fun week. St. Patrick's Day. If you guys celebrated St. Patrick's Day, do some thumbs up things. Like hit that thumbs up button. Or if you're still hungover, put the sad face on it. It's been St. Patrick's Day on a Friday. It can last all weekend. And I know some of my friends are recovering. There we go. All right. So let's see here. I guess the big news is this. I know there's been a lot of talk about the Attorney General of Hawaii, Doug Chin, stopping or putting a stay on President Trump's travel ban, and then it was backed up by another federal judge. Well, it turns out I happen to know him. So I actually called him and spoke with him last night. I lived in Hawaii for 7 years, and he's agreed to do a quick interview with me and maybe shed some more light on why he did what he did and how that all happened. So it's just one of those things where a huge news story goes down, and I happen to know the person that kind of created it. And this is the second time that he, as the Attorney General of Hawaii, has put a stop to it. And maybe he can explain how that all works. So that, what else? This week we're going to try and actually meet with hopefully both of the congressional members that did the live video as they were driving from Texas. One of them is a congressman who's a Democrat. Another gentleman is a Republican. So it's kind of like a bipartisan road trip. And I'm going to go try and get in touch with them this week. And so that's coming up. But yes, it's so good to see you on here, Anna. And I really, truly, in front of everyone, I need to make a huge apology to Anna. It's something that's really set on my heart and something that I've made some big changes ever since it happened. Kind of had a disagreement with Anna, and I think it got too out of hand on my side. And it's my fault. I totally apologize. And I just want to let you know, face-to-face on live video, Anna, I'm sorry, and I will no longer argue someone's point of view or where they got information or how I feel about the information. I think something that's really happened is we're learning, especially with the WikiLeaks, that most news organizations, large and small, lean one way or the other politically. And it's hard to understand or tell what is true, what is false, what is satire, or what have you. And especially with where social media is at this time, it's really difficult to kind of sift through everything that goes on. So as for myself, I'm definitely sticking to my mantra. And if you my mantra pretty much when it comes to political information, whether it's mainstream media, small stream media, such as our James T. Harris conservative media, but we're definitely growing. or what have you, is it goes like this. I always say, check the facts, follow the money, watch the votes. Okay, I'm going to say it one more time. Check the facts, follow the money, watch the votes. Okay? And here's what that means, okay? If someone says that an incident happened, let's say Chicago, Illinois, different news outlets will cover it in different ways, okay? One of the best things that I've been learning to do is if I know someone who lives in the area of any kind of news thing that happens, I contact them directly to find out if they know anything or know anyone involved with the situation, to find out what's really happening. In fact, that's how James and I actually met when he made his rant video about the riots in Milwaukee. I said, you know what? He's from Milwaukee. He's from that neighborhood. Let me listen to what he has to say. You know, I'm going to kind of keep out what's being said and what's being done. And I just want to listen to someone who's there, even if I don't agree with it. He's from that area. Okay. And so if someone from an area tells, yep, Anna, that's what I was talking about, the Muslim training camp. You know, I learned that there's all kinds of views and everyone has their own motives to reporting something. So sometimes you just got to hear from people who are in the area and how they are effective. And so just so you know, Anna, about the story about the Muslim training camp near you, I actually called the authorities in your area and just let them know that there were some concerns and if there's anything going on. And they said, as at this time, there's no investigation, but they will gladly keep an eye open. Okay, so rest assured, the authorities in your area are well aware of what's going on and what they see. So, and that's one thing that I will not do any longer. Even though we all have different points of view, it is not my job to argue with someone what their point of view is or where they got the information. You know, what I can do is, you know, a great source for information is going to the public library. And as opposed to going to Google or YouTube. And I'll tell you why. The term, I don't know if you guys have ever heard the term SEO, which means search engine optimization. You can write any story you want, put it on a blog, and actually engineer the way people search for that information for them to be steered towards the way that you're talking about it. So let's just say I decide to say, all right, a sea monster was seen in the Chesapeake Bay. And then I manipulate the search engine optimization for people when they look for crabs, like Chesapeake Bay crabs, they'll actually get my article to pop up on their Google feed. And so that's kind of the problem with what's going on right now is you can search certain subjects and you're getting information that is really not backed up or truthful because you can manipulate that. Case in point, if you go to a public library, and my mother's a retired librarian, I've been around libraries my entire life. When you walk in and you ask for, say, statistics on how many times, let's just say this, how many times, or let me back up, how many federal judges did Bill Clinton fire when he came into office back in 1992. So if you go to a public library, they'll send you to reference material that is backed up by the United States government, because everything that happens within the government, especially hiring and firing and even what people are paid, that's all public knowledge. They would have that. But if you go to Google, I might end up with 3 or 4 sites that want to talk about Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky, okay? Because they can do that. I'm like, wait, that's not what I'm looking for. But because you can engineer the search engine optimization. So, you know, that's what I'm looking at right now. I know, like this week, the president put out what he'd wish to cut budget-wise, like Meals on Wheels, some after-school food programs, budget cuts to the EPA, and so on and so forth. Those are at this time, they are just suggestions. They have not been voted on by Congress. They have not been signed into a budget. I mean, the current budget the government is operating on is the budget that the President Barack Obama signed right before he left, until they sign a new budget. So then once the new budget is signed, all that information, of who gets what and how much will come out with that. And that's how that works. So for me, I'm not getting caught up in, oh my God, he's trying to not feed kids, or he's going to cut out Medicare or Medicaid, or he's going to do this or do that. Because for the 8 years that President Obama was in office, it was like there's this mad chase for the next scandal, as opposed to, okay, what's actually happening? And oftentimes, political figures, both locally all the way up to here on the Hill, they will say things in the media, but then when it comes down to the vote, something completely different happens. So, case in point is what happened in Arizona with that vote on immigration. You know, they said one thing, but when it came down to the vote, something else happened. So anyhow, that's all I got with that. You guys got any questions? I see, okay. Community block grants, there the states decide how to spend. The federal government doesn't tell them what to do with it. Exactly. That's a good point right there, Anna. That, you know, there's a lot of programs that the states are in charge of, not the federal government. The federal government might give the states money, but it's actually the state governments that do that. And in the state of Maryland that I live in, you know, we do have a Republican governor at this time, but for the most part, majority of the people are Democrat. But when it came for the last gubernatorial election, we didn't like the Democratic candidate, who was Martin O'Malley, who tried to run for president after that. Why? I don't know. But case in point, we've got well over, I think it's right around 30, I can look into it, it's like $110 million coming in each month by our new casinos, but nothing's getting to the schools. So it's like, if the Baltimore City budget is like $10 million a year, and they're in arrears by $20 million, why isn't the money getting there? So then that's why I say follow the money. So good point, Anna. Good point with that. Oh no, the beautiful man has joined us. Oh my goodness, I feel so privileged. Oh yeah, now that he's on here, that reminds me. I will be answering the rant you had about black folks being sick. Okay, we have a sickness. Are you saying you sick too, James? Huh? Is that what you're saying? This is going to be fun. So yes, I will be working on an answer, we call it my counter commentary on his rant video. It should be a lot of fun, a little bit more on the serious side this time though. So let's see here. Any questions? Yeah, money spent on other things. Is this feed all political party, or can I ask my friend about NASCAR? Ask whatever you want about NASCAR, James. Ask whatever you want. Someone asked about the laptop. Oh, the laptop on the Secret Service? Yeah, odd. Typically, you know, I actually know a few members of the Secret Service, and typically they're pretty well encrypted to where if it does get stolen, they can actually wipe it out from by remote. So I don't think there's going to be anything that's going to be, as far as I understand, I mean, those guys are pretty thorough, and their stuff is on a whole different level. So trust and believe. If their laptop was stolen, they were able to remotely wipe it out. Nothing to worry about. Let's see here. Hi, Barry. Okay. Let's see here. This is a closed group. Why is it? Okay, I don't know. I know one thing. I can't play music because we won't get out. Hi, James. Yeah, he's on my page. It won't let you guys share. Okay, just share afterwards. It should be. Maybe I need to check and see it. Maybe it might not. I may not have made it public. That might be the problem. I can change that after I upload it. Any news on the stolen laptop? Okay, I got that. I know. Okay, don't worry. Look, we'll share it once I get it up there. I know last time I messed up how I did that. I may have made it private, or maybe because of the group as well, too. Okay. Hi, Ann. Okay. Hi, everyone. Let's see. Bullshiggity. I love that. Oh, man. Hi, Tommy. Anyone else I'm missing? Okay, let me check. See, I don't even have the feed. I'm trying to do two things at once, and it's not showing the other stuff. So let's see here. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. That's pretty much all I got. If you have any questions, just keep putting your comments on here. I can see it later, and I can answer some stuff as we do that. So maybe that's why you can't share it. So we'll go from there. But thank you so much. Also, yeah, James showed me how to back it up on YouTube. So I will be doing that as well, and I can put it up on YouTube from there. All right. You guys have a great night. Okay, when am I getting married? Yes, I'm engaged to be married to Angela Verts, November 11th of this year. 11/11. That way I won't forget. How's that? So, all right. Love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. Stay in touch. Stay informed. Stay honest. All right.